here.
Of You, Me, and Sicily. And on this episode, we're going to take you to Castrofilippo in the province of Agrigento and Montedoro, straight central, in the province of Caltanissetta.
Two beautiful comunes in the heartland of Sicily that you're really gonna love.
Beautiful and very historic. Enjoyed this episode of You, Me, and Sicily. Ciao!
Ciao!
In the heart of the province of Caltanissetta, perched on a hill, is Montedoro, literally mountain of gold. The town has a distinctively simple style, but in some ways is quite sophisticated. It is here we meet David Petrie, a young entrepreneur, historian, and our expert guide full of knowledge of the area's rich history. David, like Alfred and I, is deeply committed to showcase Sicily to the world. Our first stop is the state-of-the-art astronomical observatory built in 2004, where you can enjoy breathtaking views.
Look at this. Good Lord. How beautiful is this?
Located on Mount Ottavio, which the Arabs called El Munizar, or Lookout, you can even see Mount Etna about 100 miles away, and the Madoni Mountains. The observatory and planetarium were built partially by government funding and private contributions, and is now open to the public.
Look at that. Huh, Chiara?
Good.
And it's very good.
This area is rich with citrus fruits, almonds, olives, and grapes, which results in some delicious products special to the area. Our next stop is to sample candied citrus fruits and nuts at Chiara and Massimo Bofalino's shop, where they greeted us with this spectacular display. Their products are made only from local produce. The candied fruits are delicious alone or dipped in chocolate, and are sold to pastry shops where they use them as decorations. They buy your products, the sweet, the bakery places, and they use them, the dried fruits, on top.
On top. La tipica torta siciliana, la cassata siciliana.
The different flavored almonds were also a unique treat.
There's the one for sugar. This is the one chocolate. This is the one curry. And this one is pepperoncino. Am I correct? So I'm going to give you a quick taste test. I'll try the sugar one first.
Sono buoni, numero uno.
Chocolate. This one is good. With the beer, you kidding me? Good again. 2 for 2. Curry.
Ooh, now you're getting adventurous.
Vediamo se riusciamo a passare in vantaggio.
With a Heineken, yes, it'll rule. And finally, pepperoncino. Right here. I saved the best for last, Monster. Okay? We're going to see how this one is. Great. 2 beers, we're all set.
We also stopped at a popular olive oil producer to sample some distinct olives and olive oil grown right outside the town. Toto Falcone, like many Sicilians, is committed to the earth, its produce, and passing down this love for nature to his children. Next, we stopped at the Sulphur Museum, a sad and dark chapter in Sicily's history. While there's evidence that the element was excavated for thousands of years around the island, by the late 18th century, during the Industrial Revolution, Sicily had a virtual monopoly on the Western world's supply of sulfur, with the British purchasing most of it through exclusive contracts, and later, the Americans as well.
They were really children. And their job was just to carry stone, the stones that the miner is digging under the ground, put in their bag through those sacks or baskets, and they walk out all day long.
But it would be children, mostly boys as young as 8 years old, who would mine sulfur in caves in extremely dangerous and inhumane conditions.
To make any kind of iron, they need sulfur. And this is also very important, explosives.
The boys, called carusi, were often given up by their families to the mine owners in exchange for monetary loans, which took years of backbreaking work to repay. The boys and men worked naked, partially because of the extreme heat and treacherous labor.
So this, when it rains on the arms, on the clothes of the miners, it can actually burn their skin. So one of the reasons they used to work naked, completely naked, is because it's better cleaning up like this than having clothes which become full of acid.
They carried out the sulfur rocks on their backs to furnaces located nearby. Tens of thousands took part in this form of indentured servitude, and hundreds died while mining. Those who survived would develop numerous diseases and deformities. 10% would not make it past the age of 60.
This is important. This is when they were called to be a soldiers, and everyone had to be a soldier when they were 19. 45%, so half of them, they were refused to be taken as soldiers because they were unhealthy.
While it may be difficult for some to understand why such an inhumane industry was allowed to exist in this pristine setting, the sulfur mining industry also pumped some much-needed revenue into the area during a time where there were few other means of survival. David explains this is not a topic discussed among the people of Montedoro, but one that should not be forgotten.
And today, the Sicilians, they don't want to talk about this.
Not much. Basically, nowadays, they don't know much. In schools, they are trying to teach to look for these roots, but there's no book in the school speaking about this. We know about slavery in America, but we don't know about the slavery in Sicily.
A little bit like shame.
Some say the name Montedoro was given because in the spring, the hills are covered with daisies that shine like gold. Others say it's because of the production of sulfur, the town's other gold. Now off to Castrofilippo in the province of Agrigento. On the way, we got to take in some amazing views of hills and valleys. And once we were just in the outskirts of town, we hit a typical Sicilian traffic jam. While there's evidence that the original inhabitants of Sicily, the Sicans, lived in this area, the Greeks and then the Romans also quickly settled around present-day Castrofilippo and the Agrigento province in general, mainly because of its fertile land. This was perfect for the production of wheat, almond, olive, and grapevines. They were followed by the Arabs, who put considerable attention to the area.
Ciao, Castrofilippo. Castrofilippo, ciao. Diego, ciao, che c'è un amico.
Next came the Normans, but it was the Spanish who came in the early 1500s who shaped modern-day Castrofilippo. Duke Stefano Monreale, a poet and inventor born to a noble French family, transformed the small village and called it Castrum Filippi, dedicating it to King Philip of Spain in 1576. Monreal's son Maurizio founded the Church of Maria Santa del Rosario, completed in 1634. Upon this gift to the town, Maurizio obtained the title of Duke of Castrofilippo. When we visited Castrofilippo, we were taken back in time, reminding us of a snapshot of Sicily of days gone by. This quaint village is full of narrow cobblestone streets and fantastic archways dating back to the mid-1600s. One of the other main attractions is the Church of St. Anthony Abati, dedicated to Castrofilippo's patron saint. Castrofilippo is also famous for its pecorino cheeses and other dairy products. The tiny town, mostly made up of an aging population, is the ancestral home to many Americans of Sicilian extractions.
Ciao America. Ciao America.
You know, Alfred, even driving around those narrow streets and getting lost in Castrofilippo and seeing the beautiful vistas and meeting the beautiful people in Montedoro made this a very memorable trip.
You know, it's exactly what Sicily's like. Beauty and a little bit of sadness. More beauty and a little bit more sadness, Esther.
And island of contrast.
That's for sure.
If you've enjoyed this episode, make sure you check out all our episodes at www.youmeandsicily.com.
And don't forget our Facebook page, You, Me, and Sicily.
That's right. See you next time. Thanks for